Think of Instagram, TikTok, even Facebook. If you're on an app, a lot of videos now, in fact, most video content that's not on YouTube is portrait. Even on YouTube, you've got landscape content, but you've got YouTube Shorts, which for the most part are all portrait as well. So what does all that mean? Well, it means that video is going portrait. It's moving away from landscape and it's moving to more accessible portrait aspect ratios for phone scrolling. And the thing is with Squarespace is that natively it doesn't allow you to have video blocks that are portrait. They only allow for landscape video. And if you put a portrait video in, there's lots of black space in the video block. So what we need to do is add a little bit of code, and that will allow us to have our video at any aspect ratio that we want. So if we wanted something super long, we could have it. I'm actually not going to use the code examples website for this today. I'm going to use this, which is one of my personal sites, which is called Blog Lifestyle Mastery. You may have seen it in a few videos. I tend to try and plug it sometimes. So long story short, this course is all about setting up a blog and using that blog to sort of design your dream lifestyle. If you want to check it out, it is in the description below. But I won't bore you with that. What I am going to show you is the testimonials. So the testimonials, as you can see, were filmed in a portrait aspect ratio. I didn't want, if I show you me taking this out, you can see that it goes to landscape. And when we have landscape, it has this huge gap to the side, and we don't want that. So if I just put the code back in, you can see what we're targeting is Squarespace native video, and then the native video player itself. And then what we want to do is add padding to the bottom. So when we add padding to the bottom, it stretches the video block all the way down. If we wanted to make it even longer, we can go above 100%. So if I did 150 or 150%, you can see it gets longer. You know, we can do 200%, but then what we tend to see is the gap at the bottom as opposed to a gap at the sides. So it's kind of finding that Goldilocks zone of where there's basically minimal gap. I just keep it to 100. Now, if we had 0, it would go to normal, and we can just climb that up. So let's say 50% would make it slightly portrait, but I'm going to keep it with 100. You can see that there is actually still a little bit of a gap, so I could do 120 and make them longer, but the thing is, they tend to get quite long. So I personally think 120%, whilst it gets rid of the gap, it's a little bit too long, to be honest. So we'll do 100%. And then if we look on mobile, this I find a lot more appealing as a user to be able to scroll down, and I'm sort of scrolling it more so like I would on an Instagram or a TikTok. I actually scroll and see the full video as opposed to, let's just take this out again, seeing this tiny video where I can't quite grasp the info straight away. So that is why this code is a really, really useful snippet to have. If you did find this useful, please make sure to leave a like, hit subscribe, and check out all of the resources in the description below.